Hey y'all, and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Amber and I love all things handbag related, with a little bit of emphasis on the brands Vera Bradley and Lug. Also occasionally, but very rarely, do some content related to concealed carry and how that works with all these beautiful bags that I love. So if any of that sounds good to you, then stick around and let's hang out. So I had mentioned in my last video, if you saw that one, that I had 3, I think, Temu hauls that I've already recorded. I just haven't had time to edit them. And they're like 2.5 hours long because I show everything that was in the haul. And even by the time that I get done editing them, they're probably going to be at least an hour and a half long. And I just wasn't sure if y'all wanted to see that, like the full haul, because I included everything that I purchased. And I'm a handbag channel. I am all about the bags. You come here to see the bags because I'm the crazy bag lady, right? So I started thinking about it, and I really wasn't sure if y'all wanted to see everything, like the makeup, the clothes, the jewelry, the household items, the random tech, all of that stuff, and the bags and accessories. So what I decided to do is this video, I'm going to put together just all of the bags, a couple of the accessories, and I want to put that all in one video so you can just watch those items here, since that's what my channel is primarily focused on. And I posed this question to you, so let me know in the comments below what your answer choice is here. Do you want to still see the original videos, the full Temu hauls, everything that was included in those? Or would you rather that I pick out like a certain number of items, say 20 or 30 of my favorite items that I have picked from Temu, the items that I would highly recommend, the ones that I've already tried out, I know they work really, really well, that I really enjoy and I think you would really enjoy. And I can show you all of those items. I can give you my feedback on them and say, yes, I've tried it, I really enjoy it. And then on the flip side of that, I can also do an entire video dedicated to items that I've purchased that were kind of garbage, that I would not recommend, that I do not like, that did not work very well. Or are you just not interested in that crap at all? Are you just like, show me the bags and I don't care about the rest? So leave your comment below. Let me know your preference. Do you want to see the original hauls in their full hour-and-a-half glory? Do you want to see the video that's like my top picks from Temu, you know, everything that's not a handbag, but the items that I really liked, that I enjoyed, all of that really worked well? And then on the opposite side of that, do you want to see a video about the items that I did not like, that did not work? Or do you just not care about all of the other items? So let me know down below what your pick or what your preference is on that one, because I want to do the content you're going to enjoy the most, so I kind of need to know what that is. But for today, with all of that out of the way, I am going to show you all of the handbags that I have picked up from Temu thus far, except for the ones that I showed in that very first Temu haul. I'm not going to re-show you those on purpose. I might show them to you, but it won't be on purpose. So the majority of these bags are kind of like designer dupes or designer inspired. Some of them are more high-end luxury dupes or inspired items. Some of them are more like contemporary dupes or inspired type items. But as we go, I'll like to talk, so I'll talk you through it. I'll let you know what my thinking was, and if I have the forethought to do so, I will scooch my booty over when I show you these bags, and then I will put a proper picture up here of the inspiration bag, or what the bag is supposed to be duping, or whatever that is. Before I get into the bags, I have maybe like 5 little accessory type items I'm going to show you first, because they also fall into the category of like designer dupe or inspired items. So I am going to show you those really quickly as well, because look, you guys, I have found some of the best. If you are like me and you're that crazy bag lady and you love bags, but maybe you're also like me and you've tried true luxury bags in the past and you realize that for one reason or another that they're just really not for you, but you still like the design, overall aesthetic, style of some of them, and you enjoy a good dupe or a good inspired by piece, then you want to stick around, because I have found some of the best that are available on Temu. Just let me tell you. Okay, so let me get these accessory pieces ready. We will go through those, and then we will get into the bags, because I already have a feeling this video is going to be quite long, because there's a lot of bags. I'm a crazy bag lady. I bought a lot of bags. I got a lot of bags to share with you. So, let's start with those accessories. Okay, so this first one, ignore that, is clearly supposed to be a Louis Vuitton inspired by or dupe of the little key pouch that they have. So I've never used a key pouch. I thought I'd give it a try. So I did put my keys into this, and they're kind of a hot mess, as you can see there. But this does have a little slip pocket on this side. It has that kind of pass-through pocket right there, and then that's it. And then you just have a bunch of the hooks up here to put your keys on, and then it has an additional hook at the top for you to clip it onto something else. Now, I have to say, I've had my keys in this for like, I don't know, probably a week and a half, 2 weeks. No, more than that. Probably like 3 weeks at this point. And, they're probably going to come back out, because this just isn't super convenient for me. One of my vehicles is a keyless, keyless vehicle. You don't have to put the key in to drive it. But the other one, you do have to put the key in to drive it. And then I actually have to use a key to get into my house. I don't have a keyless entry there. So I've just kind of found this to be a pain in the butt. Because I have to open it up, I have to, put the key in, whatever, then I have to smash everything back in, snap it back up, wedge it back down in my bag, because I think this takes up more room than just my big wad hunk of keys. So, I don't know that the key pouch is for me. The overall quality of this item is okay. I'm not going to say it's great. I'm not going to lie to you and tell you that. Because if you can see here how thin this is, and I mean, it literally just, it is extremely flexible and kind of flimsy. It doesn't have much rigidity. I kind of understand they wanted to leave the flexibility aspect so that it could flex and mold around your keys. But I think they almost overdid it, and it's just went from flexible to flimsy, in my honest opinion. If you're somebody that enjoys key pouches or these types of things, then, go for it, give it a try. It's just a couple dollars. But if you're like me and you're just unsure, maybe pass on this one. But this is the first item. Okay, this next dupe is a belt. So, I found this one on the Temu. Can you see what's under that plastic at all? Because let me... Can you see the C? That is a Coach C, if I've ever seen one. I'm not going to go into too great of detail over this one. I think it measures out at 43 inches. It is reversible, so the C will come off. You can flip the belt around to get the other color, and then you just place the little buckle back in. You all know how reversible belts work. So this one goes from brown to black, and I'm not sure if you can remove these and move them around or anything like that. But if you can see in there wholeheartedly, this is a dupe for a Coach belt. It is a skinnier belt. From what I have determined, based on how this looks and feels at the end, it has a little tiny bit of plushness. It's nice and kind of thick for a thinner belt. Seems to be really, really good quality. Like I said, it's reversible, so this particular one you get brown and black. It goes 43.3 3 inches, I think, is the length. So if you're in the market for something that really resembles a Coach belt, but you don't want to pay Coach belt prices, have at it. This one is definitely worth it. I think it was 30 something. Highly recommend this one. Okay, the next this one is definitely a dupe, a designer dupe, and it is a pair of sunglasses. So, I love sunglasses. I typically wear contacts, but I'm like 2 years overdue to go to the eye doctor. Yeah, he's probably going to be really upset with me, but, I love sunglasses. I just have to get my contacts back because, like I said, I'm way overdue for it. But I saw these on there and I could not pass them up. These are a dupe for Celine sunglasses. If you are familiar with the luxury brand Celine, then when I show you the side of this, you're going to realize this is a dupe for their logo. So if I can get that to focus without the light. So this is a dupe for a pair of Celine sunglasses. Quality seems fine. They're just a pair of plastic sunglasses, but I'll show you what they look like on me really quickly. Am I styling, darling? I think they're cute. They're inexpensive sunglasses. They make a good dupe. They get a thumbs up from me. Again, these are like a couple of dollars. Oh, and they also came in a little soft case, so you know, not like they went all out on the accessories there, but for a couple dollars, you really can't beat it, you know? Okay, as far as the accessories go, we have 2 more items, and then we're going to get into all these bags. So the first little wallet is this one. And this is clearly a dupe or an inspired by a piece for a Chanel. I initially wanted to say a Chanel flap card holder, but there were no pictures of the interior of this one online, so I didn't know how the inside would be laid out. And it is not my preference. So it has nothing on the outside, nothing on the back or the front, but it's quilted. And I will say that this faux leather on this one is quite soft and plushy. It does feel nice. Stitching is not bad on this one. There is a couple of loose, you know, threads right there, but nothing too bad. I can take care of that. Stitching otherwise looks pretty good on this one, and like I said, it feels fairly soft and plushy. I mean, you can see it there. So on the front, it is just a turn lock, and then their flap card holders actually just kind of open like this, and it's just, you know, one interior slot. This one is more of an actual wallet layout. So you get a weird little half slip here, and then a bunch of slips through here, and one bill slot. So nothing crazy, just a regular wallet. Quality's decent. I think this one was 6 something. So not bad if this style works for you. And then I saved my very favorite little kind of designer dupe accessory for last. It is another wallet, and it is a dupe for an Hermes Kelly pocket wallet. Now, I don't like this one so much because it's Hermes inspired or what have you. I just like it because of the layout, because y'all know that I like to use a wallet that's essentially just one big pocket that I chuck all my stuff in, and that's exactly what this is. So this is what it looks like, and I will put up a photo of the real one right here just so you can compare. But this looks like a phenomenal dupe for, you know, that one. So it has a little turn lock right here on the front, and you open it up. And then, well, I thought I got it all out. And then on the inside, it is just one open pocket, but you do have 3 card slips at the back. I think this is the only real difference, because the real Kelly pocket wallet does not have these card slips at the back. It is just one open pocket. And then this just closes back, twists, and then on the back, you have a coin slip. So y'all know that I love this for its simplicity. I think this one again was like $6 or something, and it came in a multitude of colors. Highly, highly recommend this one. The stitching on this one looks great. The material seems robust and sturdy. It's quite slim. Now, of course, your little turn lock piece here is going to stick out a bit, so keep that in mind. But otherwise, it looks quite slim, so highly recommend this one. Really, really like it. Okay, now let's get into these bags. Before I show them to you, though, really quickly, I want to show you this. I recently discovered that if you want to search for something on Temu, say you're looking for a bag that's inspired by a designer bag, or you want to look for a dupe of that bag, you can search by photo on there. And for whatever reason, that didn't click with me, or I didn't notice it until a couple of weeks ago. So you essentially just go up to the little search bar, and at the very end of it, there will be a photo of like a little camera. You click on it, it'll take you to your gallery, or it will allow you to take a photo. You can either choose the photo you want to search by, or you can take a photo and put that into your search bar, and it'll help bring up images of other bags that look similar to that, or other items. You know, you can search for more than just bags. But I just wanted to mention that in case you weren't aware. So now let's get into the bags. So most of these do come with their own sort of, you know, very thin kind of dust bag. And most of them also are going to arrive to you kind of smushed and smashed and deformed a little bit, and you're going to have to give them a little TLC. I do not know why, but when they ship items, especially in those plastic mailer bags, they kind of stuff them, but they don't really put any protection around them. They get smashed in transit. They just do. I even received one of the big boxes, but they had like stuffed it so full and smashed my items together so badly that it still deformed a bunch of the bags and things in it. So just know that going in, that if you do purchase any of the handbags, by the time they arrive to you, you're probably going to have to give them a little bit of love. And some of these still have some pretty bad wrinkles in them. Some of them I have already worked on them a bit, and I'll tell you what I did as we go. But let's get started with the first one. So really quickly, these first two are again the dupe of the traditional Balenciaga city bag. I showed you the black one in my first Temu haul. After I received it and tried it, I loved it so much that I went back and got the other two color options that they had available as well, because these bags are phenomenal. If there is one bag that I could recommend out of this entire haul of handbags that I am about to show you, that I would say definitely get it if you like the aesthetic, it is this. The black, the brown, or the gray, you cannot go wrong. These come with a crossbody strap. It is long enough to go crossbody on me. They have the two top handles that easily go over the crook of your arm. I love the stud detail. This faux leather is incredibly soft and feels really nice. They're just so cute. On the inside, you get one slip, one zip. I'm not going to go into any more detail because I have went on and on and on and on and on about these bags. I adore them. I think they're fabulous. I definitely think you should grab one if you like the look. So these are the first two bags from this little haul, the Balenciaga City Bag Dupe. In that first Temu haul, I also showed you this bag, but in the taupe. So these are a dupe for the Balenciaga Neo City Classic bag, I think. If that's not the right style name, it'll be in the photo up here. So I also really, really liked this style. This one holds about as much as the other one, maybe just a tad bit less. But I do like this style as well. So this one has a little bit different detail. You can see this one isn't as east-west. This one is a little bit more kind of trapezoidal shaped. You get the braided handles on this one. The same kind of oversized zip pulls. The same little bits that'll kind of flap out. The same zip look. Nothing on the back again. On the inside of these, however, you don't get any internal organization. So let me show you the inside of the cream colored one. And the other thing to note about these is that you do get a strap, but it is not long enough for crossbody. It is essentially a shoulder strap only. So I do wish they would have made it longer, but they didn't. So on the inside of this one, if you can see, there are no pockets on either wall. It is just one open space. But it will fit quite a lot. This will hold all of my essentials, no problem. But I really, really liked the look of these as well. And again, y'all know how I am. If I find something I like, I will pick it up in multiple colors. Because I like having options, you know? But kind of, again, along that same line, Temu is one of those places that will recommend items to you based on items you've already purchased or items you've already clicked in to look at, things like that. So as I was scrolling one day, it showed me another version of this bag from a completely different seller. So all of the items that are available on Temu are available from different sellers or different vendors. So they essentially supply Temu with the items, and then Temu ships them out, sells them, or whatever. Temu is the platform that these sellers or these vendors can place their items up for sale. So I had purchased these two and the initial one I showed you in my first Temu haul from the same seller. Now I'm going to keep this black one because the other version that I found I also picked up in black. It was the only color that I saw, I believe. But it is a little bit different, and I'm not sure if I like it. So you can see this one is a little bit larger. But if we kind of compare them, I'm going to show you the differences. So this material is kind of firm. Like, there's something in the front here and something in the back, probably cardboard, that gives the front and the back a structure that keeps those firm. This version is soft. This one is pliable. It does not have, you know, that structured back and front. It has the same kind of braided detail. It has the same overall look to it. Let me bring them up close for you here. See, too far. So they both have that front zip pocket, the oversized zip pulls. They both have the buckles and the studs on the corners. The same overall look, but different materials. So this one is more structured, has kind of a cleaner look. This one is more slouchy and more pliable. And you can definitely see that from the sides when I show you. You can see this backside got kind of smushed and pushed in, and that's just, you know, that's Temu shipping for you. Now, if we look at the bottoms, this one has no feet. This one does have feet, but this one is the softer material, so the feet are essentially useless. This one should have had the feet. They got it ass backward. And as always, I will have everything numbered in the corner, so those first two I showed you, I'm going to put under the same number 1. These two will both be under number 2. This one will be listed under number 3. Anything that is still available for purchase, I will have linked in the description box for you. That way, if you want to purchase it, it's easy to find. So, again, this one is larger than the other one. This drives me crazy when they get so smashed up, you guys. Like, it literally drives me crazy. But, if I show... Let me try it this way. So, just from the base there, you can kind of see the size difference. So, this one is going to hold a significant amount more. But, there are also a couple of other differences just for you to be aware of in case you are interested in one of these. So, the original version that I picked up, you clip the strap on via these 2 D-rings, one on the front, one on the back. This one, however, is totally different. So, this one was a little bit more expensive. It is a little bit bigger, and it did come with a couple of little accessories. So, it came with a little mirror there, and then a little coin purse looking thing. And this is functioning. The front zip does open up, and then so does the top zip. So this is a little functioning coin purse and mirror that match this bag. I think this one, I don't know if this one came with anything or not. I can't remember. It may have come with something. But I'll try to show you this as well. The interior of this one, other than this little strip right here, maybe I can show you better on this side. This has almost like a soft faux velvety lining inside here. It's actually quite soft and it feels pretty nice. Whereas these two had more of that kind of faux leather or pleather lining. The way this strap attaches onto this one is like a belt buckle. And I have not tried this yet. So let me attach it and we'll see if it's crossbody length or if it's more shoulder length like the original two. Okay, so with this strap attached at its longest setting, I can get this one to go crossbody, but it is going to be a little bit of a higher crossbody on me. But again, I'm not a teeny tiny person. I am curvier. I am a bigger girl. I'm not huge by any means, but I am a larger girl. I'm 5'2" and I weigh around 150 pounds, so take that for what it is. But I do have a larger upper body area, so I tend to need a little bit of a longer strap. But again, like I said, on its longest setting, I can make this one a crossbody. It just sits up a little bit higher than I would prefer. So this one attaches via a belt buckle little situation there. And it has a bunch of different grommet holes, so you can really adjust this as short or as long as you want. Those grommets are on both sides. It does have the little comfort bit here at the top. So does the other one. But the other one attaches just with a regular clip. And like I said, this one is only shoulder length. Now, you could, of course, if you don't want to use this strap, if you have another black and silver strap, you could undo this and use the little buckle piece just like a regular kind of D-ring and just clip your strap on it if you wanted to. I don't see what the issue would be. And then the last kind of thing to really note about the differences in these two, other than the size, the way the strap connects, the interior linings, that kind of thing, is that the original one I showed y'all has one single zipper pull, and these little flaps are longer. So they do lay down kind of, you know, nicely. This one, on the other hand, you can see these little bits that stick out are shorter. So as of right now, I haven't got them trained to lay down. I'm sure I can train them to lay down, but as of right now, they just want to stick straight out. And then on this one, you actually get a double zipper pull instead of a single. So the differences again overall. This one is more structured. This one is more pliable and soft. This one is smaller. This one is larger. This one has a shoulder strap that clips on. This one has a strap that uses a belt buckle type clasp situation, and it has a ton of adjustments, so it can be shoulder or crossbody. They both have the little comfort bit on the strap. This one also came with the two little accessory pieces. So those are the differences. As I've mentioned, if they're still available, I will link both in the description box. This one will be linked under number 2. This one will be linked under number 3. Okay, I have one more kind of a repeat for you, and then we're on to all new bags. So if you saw my first Temu haul, then you will have maybe remembered the blue Coach inspired bag that I showed you. Did I show that in my first haul? I don't know. Y'all may not have even seen this yet because I may be getting them all mixed up. But I picked up the blue version of this. I liked it so much that I also went back and picked up the black and the pink. So if you look at these really closely, you will see that they look like they are inspired from a Coach bag. I can't say that there is a Coach bag that is designed exactly like this, so that's why I'm saying this one is more so inspired than a dupe, but clearly from the C logo on the front, the fact that it is a little flat bag type bag, it's clearly inspired to be a Coach bag. So let's look at the pink one. It's brighter, so it's easier to see. So again, on the front, you have that C logo. It's in that same kind of monotone color with the outline. No pockets on the back. And again, you can see that these do come just a little bit kind of smushed up again, but they will work themselves out in time. Or you can, this is, you know, do this at your own risk. You can take your hair dryer, put it on low heating, hold it back, and just put some steady low heat to this material, and it will help it loosen back up and kind of relieve some of those dents and things like that. But do that at your own risk. If you do it too much or too long, you could potentially also melt the fabric. So do it at your own risk. But this is just a snap closure bag. It opens up, and it is one large pocket on the inside. This comes with 2 different straps. So you get, it's a magnetic snap. I have it stuffed to try and help that out, but you get 2 different straps. So you get one that is a shorter shoulder strap, but it has this, I don't know what this is. It looks like a razor blade thing to me. It's not sharp, but that's just what it reminds me of. But you have this shorter shoulder strap if you want to use this one, which if I wanted to make this a shoulder bag, I'll be honest with you, I would probably just clip like a gold chain onto it and use that instead of this one. But you do have this one, so you can make it a short shoulder bag. Or you have the longer adjustable crossbody strap. It is just a slide adjuster, easy to move. This does fully go crossbody on me, no problem. So let me take this stuff out and I'll show you the inside. Okay, so on the inside of the bag, you actually get a really decent amount of space in there. I have packed this up. It will hold my essentials. Not much more, but it will hold my essentials. And then you get one slip pocket on the front side of the bag. And one thing I will tell you is that I very much appreciate the fact that they put a light colored lining in all of these. Even in the black one, it is a light colored lining so that you can see inside the bag. This is a magnetic snap. It closes really easily. This is not what I would call structured. It has give to it, but it is a nice thick, like you can see from the sides, it is a good thick material. It does feel robust. These come in stock and then sell out pretty quickly from what I have seen. So like I said, if these are still available, I will definitely link them in the description box below. If they're not linked, then they're not available right now, so I can't, and I apologize for that. But stick around, because there's the potential that I could be doing another giveaway pretty soon, and it's probably going to be full of some Temu items. So, you know, just saying. But these are the next 2 bags that I picked up, the Coach-inspired flap bags. Okay, up next we have another Balenciaga-inspired dupe. So this one is a dupe for, I cannot remember again what it's called, but it was like the crossbody chain strap version of their traditional hourglass bag. So this one doesn't have the top handle like the traditional hourglass bag. However, this dupe does come with the little bee hanging off of the front there, and it is a snap closure with a chain strap. So this is a mag snap, like most bags like this are now, and it does have the 4 grommets on top so that you can make it a, you know, a short shoulder bag, or you can, I have it stuffed, so that's why I got caught, or you can release the front side of the strap or the chain and make the strap longer. Now, I will tell you, for a person my size, this will not go crossbody. So if I try to wear this crossbody, it's a boot bag. So it's not a good look. But it looks fine as a longer, you know, shoulder bag or what have you. I'm not going to unstuff it and go through all of this one because this one is just one large open pocket on the inside. I think it has a slip pocket and a zip pocket. It has this kind of diagonal quilting to it, and it's made to look like an aged leather, like I think it's called like a crackle leather or something like that. Don't quote me on that one. No feet. Has a decent amount of space inside of it for sure. I have it stuffed right now, probably overstuffed. But it's a cute bag. I'm not going to say it is absolutely the best out of the bunch because it's certainly not. But for what you pay for, you know, it's a good dupe. You're not going to convince anybody that this is real by any means. But it is a cute dupe. And the silver is a unique color you don't see a whole lot. It is super reflective. The chain is a good, decent weight. It doesn't feel cheap or chintzy at all. So this one's totally up to you. I'm not going to say I would recommend it or tell you to stay away from it. I'm kind of neutral on this one. But this is the next bag. Okay, now let's switch it up, and I'm going to show you a couple of the contemporary inspired pieces that I found. So this first one, if you are a fan of Dooney and Bourke, then this one is going to be right up your alley. So this first one is what I definitely see as a Dooney and Bourke dupe. Now, one thing I can tell you is that this material that this is made out of, this is a bucket bag. So it has the feet on the bottom. I mean, it has the little emblem here, just like a Dooney and Bourke bag does. But one thing I can tell you is that this material, this faux leather, is quite thick. And because it is so thick and kind of robust feeling, it is stiff. So trying to get this to cinch up is gonna be a workout. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. I don't know that I can get it cinched as it just sits here like this. Kind of, but yeah, it's a chore. That's tight. But it will cinch up. It will loosen up over time. You just gotta work with it and you gotta have some muscle. So it comes kind of with the little key hang tag things, all of that. But it is a bucket bag, and it is made out of a good, robust material. If you ask me, like I said again, this is wholeheartedly a dupe, excuse me, for a Dooney and Bourke bag. Y'all know the look, the aesthetic. This is it. It's even got that same kind of grained texture like their leather. It's awesome. This one is really, really good. I'm not gonna lie. I was really impressed with this one. The only thing I would say is that this does not come with a crossbody strap. It is a shoulder strap only. So I'll put that on really quickly and show you what it looks like. So it has the shoulder strap, and that's about how it looks. Now granted, this isn't cinched up or anything like that. But even on the inside, this looks like a Dooney bag. So if you've had one, you know how Dooney likes to stack their slip pocket kind of under their zip pocket. And that is the aesthetic you get in here. You get that slip pocket. Right above it, you get that zip pocket. It's lined with a nice light color fabric. This one is really good. So like I said, if Dooney is your aesthetic, this is a great one. It came in a lot of different colors. They all had the brown trim. I just went for a more tonal look. This one is definitely worth it, though. I think this one was around like $15. So, highly recommend if this is something that you like. This next one is another contemporary dupe. This one's a little bit more kind of loosely inspired, but as soon as I saw it, this reminded me of a Haan bag that is relatively new. And I liked the look of it, the size of it, so I picked it up. And this is the bag that I'm talking about. So this is essentially just a black quilted small tote. But again, I'll put the picture in. This wholeheartedly reminds me of this bag, the Haan quilted tote. There are a few key differences, of course. This one doesn't have the logo on it or anything like that. But for a simple black quilted tote, I love this. It does have that faux leather that feels really nice and soft. It has these handles that are just the faux leather. There's nothing else to them. They're very malleable and bendable, but they're also really soft and comfortable and easy to carry. I love this look, the crook of the arm look. You know, you just look really, really chic. A couple of other things to note about this bag. It came with a little teddy bear keychain that hung off the front. I took that off and got rid of it. Did not care for it. Also, this comes with a garbage strap. So I'm going to tell you right now, the bag itself feels really nice. The stitching on it looks really good and clean. No issues there. Like, the rest of the bag, I really like and highly recommend. I think this was around $16, I believe. This strap is garbage. It is so thin that I feel like I could rip it apart if I pulled hard enough. If you can see, it's already got pieces like peeling off of it. It's just, the strap is complete trash. So, I wouldn't use this. I would be afraid it would break the first time I took it out. The tote, however, the bag itself is really, really good. So, if you have another, just a black strap, you can use it with this because the hardware is hidden on this bag. It's on the inside corners right here. So, even if you only had a black strap with silver hardware, you could still use it with this. Nobody's going to notice. So, this has a full zip closure across the top here. Incredibly smooth zipper, again lined with a nice light colored fabric so that you can see inside. Super simple. It's just got the one slip pocket, but you do have a really nice decent amount of space in here. This is going to hold all of your essentials and then some, but it's not an overwhelming size. Like I said, the faux leather feels really, really good. Highly recommend this one. I'm just telling you right now, don't count on this strap. Get you a different one. This strap is absolute trash. But this was the next one I picked up. Really, really like it. Okay, this next one is clearly an Hermes Kelly dupe or inspired by a piece. I don't think, to me personally, that this looks exactly like an Hermes Kelly. It is extremely similar. It does come with this little clochette piece, but literally, this thing isn't even finished on the sides. It looks super cheap, so I would never leave that on the bag. Otherwise, it actually looks like it could be a decent leather bag. It's got nice fixtures. You can obviously put the little sangles across there and buckle it up. I didn't do that because that is just a pain in the behind. It opens up really nice and wide. You do get an adjustable, removable strap. And on the inside, you get a slip pocket here on the front. And a zipper pocket right there on the back, if you can see that. It's got a decent amount of space in it. But you can also see they didn't finish the edges on the inside. So that's what makes this bag not look the best if you look at the inside. If you don't look at the inside and you're, you know, just looking at the outside of the bag, you know, it could definitely pass for a cute, just little leather bag. But I like this one. I like the color of it. I think it's cute. The material itself, especially on the outside, does feel like good, decent quality. This one isn't my favorite just because it is more finicky, a little bit more difficult to use, to get in and out of, to, you know, deal with all of this. But I thought it looked nice. I wanted to give it a try, so I picked it up. And like I said, overall quality, yes, I would recommend if this is your style. But if you're like me and you can see yourself getting highly irritated having to continuously fool with these little things, then maybe pass on it. But quality overall, pretty good. I would recommend. And if you're not familiar, I will throw in a picture of a Kelly bag here for you, just in case you haven't seen one. But this was the next bag that I picked up. This next one is a Fendi inspired bag. So if you're familiar with Fendi, you will know about their baguette bags. So this one does not look like an exact copy or an exact dupe, but it is more of an inspired by a piece. You can see this buckle right here. Fendi, their buckles have two F's in them. One right side up, one upside down. So these center bars are offset just a little bit. Now this one is clearly centered on both sides. So You're not getting an exact copy. There's no way anyone could mistake that for a Fendi buckle, but it is clearly inspired by Fendi. This is a smooth faux leather. It feels really nice. Again, these are shipped not the best and they will get indents, but luckily that one is on the back. A snap, mag snap again, and this one you get 2 straps with it. So again, you get just a black adjustable faux leather strap, but this is the one that I prefer. Now, I'll be honest with you, neither of these straps are like top quality, great, you know, none of that. But this one has a braided look to it, which I think is just more interesting. So this is a shoulder length. And when you clip it on, I think it gives the bag an interesting look to it. So you could let it hang, you know, after you got it loosened up a bit and use it like a little clutch. Or you could use it over the crook of your arm or as a little shoulder bag. And when I say little, I do mean little. This bag is tiny. So this is definitely a date night bag, going out with the hubs or the wife or whatever it may be, you know, whatever you're doing. It does have an additional zipper across the top, which I would never use. And then you get a slip pocket here on the front, if I can even show it to you. There it is. And then you get a zipper pocket there on the back. And you can see this one does not have a ton of room. Like, I'm pulling it open to really show you, but in general, you get, you know, maybe 1 3/4 inches, 2 inches. But it's super cute. It would fit your phone, your keys, and, you know, some cards or what have you, and maybe a sanitizer and a lipstick or something like that. But it is cute. This one wasn't expensive either. I think it's pretty good for the money. I think it's really cute. I like it. Again, you might want to get a different strap to go with it, though. Okay, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think we have like 10 more. This video is going to be so long. Okay, this next one is actually a Kipling dupe that I picked up for, I want to say, around $10-ish. And it's one of my favorites of all of these, you guys. It's actually the bag that I'm in right now because I thought it was so daggone cute. And it is this little guy. Is that not the cutest little satchel bag that you have ever seen? Looks like a Kipling bag. I adore this. It is a tiny but mighty bag. So it comes with the woven strap, just like a Kipling bag. Silver hardware, fully detachable and adjustable. Will go crossbody on me. You have the 2 shorter satchel handles there. I can get them up on the crook of my arm. They have hardware, so they will lay flat. On the front and back of the bag, you get a zipper pocket. Those are identical. And then your zipper pulls even look like a Kipling zipper pull. It does not say Kipling on it. I don't know what it says because I haven't really cared to look. But you unzip it. It has the same kind of chunky zips. And I have all of my essentials in there. It fits everything. You get 1 zipper pocket along the back. And other than that, it is just one wide open space. But it's kind of one of those Mary Poppins bags. Like, you would be shocked with how much you can actually get in this little thing. I adore it. I absolutely adore it. And I'll probably pick up more of these. They had these in some solid colors. They had a black, a blue, like a corally pinkish orange color, a green, like a minty green, and a couple of prints, I believe. So I'm not sure which one I'll get next, but I'm definitely going to get another one of these because it is so incredibly cute, super functional. Highly recommend this one if you like this kind of nylon Kipling aesthetic. Alright, let's stay on that theme for this next one because this one does claim to be a Le Sport sack bag. Now, I have to be honest with y'all, I don't know a damn thing about Le Sport sack. I've never had one of their bags. I've never held one. I've never touched one. So I guess that this could be a genuine Le Sport sack bag, but I just don't know. because this was all of about $5, $4 and some change. So I kind of doubt it, but there's always the chance. But this one is small. This is another tiny but mighty kind of bag. I thought the print on this one was super cute and fun and just really bright and happy and summery. I picked this one up kind of for my daughter to use because it is a smaller style and she has been, you know, wanting to carry her bags more like mama. So I don't know if you'll be able to tell through the video, but this has kind of like those rainbow zippers, and then the actual zip pulls just look like, I don't know, maybe they have a heart on them or something, I don't know. But it's a triple section bag. So on the front and the back, you get these two slimmer pockets that still look like they would hold a really good amount of things, especially for how small this bag is. The zippers feel pretty good and smooth. I mean, they're not, I say that and it gets hung up right there, so it's, you know, just making me out to be a liar. Let me do that again. Okay, yeah, so the zippers are pretty good and smooth. And then in the center is where you get more of your, you know, your main area. That center is a little bit shorter than the two side pockets, but this is just a very thin kind of nylon bag. Oh, somewhere in here. Yeah, down in here. I forgot to show you. This also comes with a kind of nylon woven-y type strap with the silver hardware. But this one feels pretty thin. The Kipling one that I just showed you, or the Kipling dupe that I just showed you, that nylon feels thicker, more robust. This one does feel quite thin, but I mean, it seems to be good quality. I see no issues with it, especially for a $5 bag. So, that was the next one. Okay, up next, this one from afar you could interpret as a Prada dupe, if you wanted to. Simply because this little logo bit here on the front is that traditional upside down triangle that Prada uses as their, you know, their symbol, their thing. Prada does have a bowler dome type satchel like this. However, I purchased this one simply because I liked the look of it, the design of it. So this is a domed type bag, a very traditional bag, but I loved this big blue rose on here. I think it's a rose. I don't know what it is. But y'all know I am a blue kind of gal. I'm trying to get that light off of it so much, but I just thought that big flower was beautiful. And I love how it doesn't take up the entire bag. It's more, you know, off-centered, and then it looks like the wind is blowing it, and you get the design on the front and back, which is what I liked. So again, you have one of those little fake clochette type things. You have your two straps that have the hardware, so they will lay flat. That one, again, got pushed a little bit. And then you have two zip pulls. And I stuffed this one because, again, it had wrinkles and creases, and I just stuffed it with whatever I could find, so don't judge me. You do get your adjustable, removable crossbody strap. It's just going to clip on to, you know, your handles on the front and the back. But just from looking at it, I don't think this strap is going to be necessarily the best quality either. This hardware feels kind of cheap. Like, it could break fairly easily. The strap itself is, yeah, it still feels kind of flimsy. So I would recommend using a different strap again. However, on the inside of the bag, you get a lot of room. So you have two slip pockets on this side. And unfortunately, this one is lined in that kind of crunchy nylon. And then you get a zipper along the back, and it does have quite a lot of room. So, I think this one was somewhere in the $16-ish range. So for what you're paying, I think the bag, the overall look, the design, all of that, I think is good. I would ditch this little fake clochette thing because that doesn't do anything for your bag. The inside, I probably wouldn't use these pockets just to avoid that noise. But if you're just putting things in and out, the lining is tacked down, so it'll be fine. And I would probably use a different strap with it. But for what you're paying, if you like the look, the overall kind of dome-shaped design of it, this is a good one. So this is kind of like that other one I showed you. I would say purchase this one if you really like the design, the overall aesthetic of it. If you don't, then just pass on this one. Alright, sticking with Prada dupes. This one is a really good one. So this is clearly a dupe for one of the Prada re-edition bags. I don't remember if it's the 2005 or whatever it was, but it's one of the Prada re-editions. Again, clearly this is the dupe because of the overall style and design, but because of that upside down triangle. It doesn't say Prada. It has actually like an H or something in it. I don't know. But with this one, you actually get 3 strap options. So you get a longer adjustable crossbody strap that is fully removable. You get a, faux leather shoulder strap that is fully removable. And then you get a chain strap that is fully removable. So you can carry this whatever way your little heart desires, excuse me. So again, this is a small bag, but it is a nylon. So it has a good amount of give to it. This zipper is really nice and smooth. The opening works really, really well. All you get in here is one zipper pocket there along the back. But you can see by how much stuffing is in there that this will hold a decent amount. I haven't tried to put anything in it yet, but I have a Michael Kors bag that's extremely similar to this. It's pretty much spot on, sort of. It's a little tiny bit different, but pretty much the exact same. And I can fit a small wallet, my phone, my tissue case, a small catch-all, chapstick, all of your essentials in there. So this one I think was somewhere around $10-ish. And I think for all the options you get, this chain has a decent weight to it, especially for being such a small link. It feels really good. Feels pretty good quality. The straps, again, straps to me are one of the places that'll really give away if a bag is, not good quality, or if it is good quality. This strap is not the best I've ever seen, but it's definitely not the worst either compared to some of the other straps that we've seen. So I definitely think for around the $10 mark, if you've been looking for a dupe for the Prada re-edition, this is a really, really good one. So I would definitely recommend this one. Up next, we have this little bag. Now, I'm going to tell you, it's pretty wonky right now because I had to stuff this. They shipped it to me completely flat, which just burns my ass because I hate when my bags are deformed. I don't care if I've only paid $5 for it. Like, don't deform it, But anyway, to me personally, this is wholeheartedly a dupe for a Michael Kors little speedy type satchel bag, 100%. When you get up on it, it actually, I don't know what it says, but it's got some M's and some E's and some C's in it. Maybe it's supposed to be like an MCM dupe. I don't know. But yeah, this wholeheartedly, the colors, the monogram canvas look to it, this is a Michael Kors dupe, hands down. So, I actually really like this. I really, really, really like it a lot. It is a smaller bag, but this style bag, this kind of speedy satchel style, always holds more than what you think it's going to. I love that it has the little hardware bits so that your straps will lay flat, because this, of course, does come with a fully adjustable, removable strap. Now, this one is tacked on, so I haven't felt it yet. Let's see. Oh yeah, in the world of straps, faux leather straps, kind of, this is a good one. This is a really good one. This one is nice and thick. If you can see that, stitching looks really good. This one is not flimsy or chintzy or any of that. Hardware is a little bit lightweight, but overall looks really good quality. This strap is pretty good. It is a buckle adjustment, if you can see that in there. But this is a good one. Now, the only thing I will say is the opening on this is tight. It is so tight. So you're going to have to scale down to use this one. You're going compact wallet, card holder. You know, you're going to angle your items to get them in and out. The opening is tight, which I really don't understand because they definitely could have extended it a bit more than they did. But regardless, you have one slip pocket, one zip pocket in here. I can try to give you a look at the inside. It is just like a nylon lined interior, but the quality of this one seems really good. This zipper is super smooth. I mean, no catching, no snagging. That's a really, really good smooth zipper. The D-rings, everything seems good quality. It feels nice. I mean, the stitching looks good. There's nothing wonky on it, you know. The bag is wonky because they shipped it to me flat, but everything looks really good on this one. Even, you know, right down to the piping on the bag looks really good. So this one I would highly recommend as well. And this one, again, to me looks like a Michael Kors dupe, hands down. This next one I'm going to call more of an inspired by piece, because I haven't done enough research to actually know if there is a bag that really looks like this within this designer's kind of house. But this is all about the logo and the overall style. So the bag I'm talking about is this one. Now, the reason that I'm going to tell you this is like an inspired by kind of dupe is because of this logo looking bit on the front. So if you can see this right here, this looks like two J's, right? So J and then upside down J. That is the signature kind of look for Marc Jacobs bags. Like the snapshot camera bag, he has a couple of flat bags that have the J logo on there like that. And again, this one's a little wonky because of shipping, but we'll look over that. So this has a top handle, so this is a flap style satchel bag, which is very traditional, what have you. 4 feet on the bottom. It is a two-tone clearly, you know, the flap is a creamy color, and then the rest of the bag is black. You have your chunky D-rings on the side, because this does come with a shoulder crossbody strap. And then to open this one, you push this little bit on the bottom, and it releases the pin to let you open it up. And then this comes with the adjustable, removable crossbody strap. This one, the material itself is fairly thick. It is a double, you know, it's 2 layers of fabric. It does have stitching on it to reinforce it. Again, the hardware is not super heavy duty, but it's pretty good. But you can see it also has a few, like, stray threads there. So, not terrible, not the best either. Then if we get to the inside, this one unfortunately is lined in black, so it's going to be harder to see. But you have that additional zipper closing at the top, whatever. I'm getting tired. We've been through a lot of bags, y'all. So, against the front side of this one, you have a slip pocket that has gotten smushed. And then, along the back here, I'm sure you have a zip pocket somewhere. So I think you have a zipper pocket right here with a slip pocket behind it. Or maybe that's supposed to be a divider. No, I think it's just a zipper pocket with a slip pocket behind it. But you have a really good amount of room in there. So this essentially is just kind of a flap style satchel, you know, we've all seen them. It's very traditional style. It is cute. It's a black and white. You can't go wrong with it. And that logoing on there 100% reminded me of a Marc Jacobs type bag. So I would definitely say this is inspired by Marc Jacobs. But this is the next one. Up next, I found a Le Pliage dupe. So the Longchamp Le Pliage apparently is a cult has a cult type following. I have never had a Longchamp bag. I have never seen the appeal of them, if I'm being totally honest. But I found a dupe on there for super cheap, like, I don't even remember, $5 or $6 maybe. So I went ahead and picked one up just to see if I could understand the appeal of these bags, because I'm not going to pay, you know, $100 or more dollars for a simple nylon tote if I can't even see the appeal of it initially. But this is a large tote. Excuse me. It feels quite robust. It does have the straps here that are long enough to get over your shoulder. I know some of these come with straps that are quite short and you can't fit them over your shoulder. I mean, it looks just like a Longchamp bag. It folds up the exact same, has the same flap. And I'll be honest with you, this flap was part of what I never understood about the appeal of these bags. Like, to properly close it all the way up, you have to zip it, then, you know, put the little flap back over, snap it up. Otherwise, this just flaps around. And then if you want to get back in it, then you have to unflap it, then unzip it. Like, I don't know. It just seems like a lot of work to me. But maybe I will find this super useful and I will end up wanting a real one. We'll see. This, again, kind of has that crunchy nylon interior, which is not my favorite, but that's okay. So, right here, it has a very small zip pocket. This is lined in black, so it's quite hard to see. And then on the other side, it has one teeny tiny slip pocket, which, if I'm not wrong, I think the real La Pliage bags don't really have a lot of interior space anyway. But this came in a few different sizes, a few different colors. I went for a traditional kind of navy, or maybe this is black, I don't know. A black or a navy with the brown trim. It does have quite a lot of depth to it. I mean, the material feels pretty good, robust. Yeah. So, if you're like me and you want to find out what the appeal of a La Pliage bag is, pick up a $6 dupe and see if you like it first. So that was the next one. I think I miscounted somewhere because we still have 6 left. Okay, this next one is Gucci inspired. I cannot remember if this is called the Gucci Diana bag or a dupe for the Gucci Diana bag or something else, but it is the Gucci bag that has the bamboo handles. Now, I don't think these are real bamboo. They sound more like a resin type plastic. But again, I'll put the photo up here of the bag that we are referencing. And I just thought this was super cute. So, I love the look of the faux bamboo handles. I do wish that this wasn't a, like, patent looking leather because I feel like it makes it look kind of plasticky. And I do wish that the finish was on the back as well, like this faux croc. Even though I'm not a huge fan of faux croc to begin with, it gives more visual interest than just this plain, solid, faux patent leather. Either way, the bag itself, I think, is overall really cute. It is that really squared off kind of mini satchel or mini tote satchel style. Across the top, it has a full zip closure, and you can see the D-rings there. So you have one here, and then another one right here. It has a zip closure. Adjustable, removable crossbody strap. This one is okay, but it's, you know, it's shiny like that faux patent leather. And this one, I think because of the faux patent leather, does have a little bit of a chemically smell with it. Yeah, definitely. It's not overpowering, but it's definitely there. This strap, again, is use at your own risk. You know how I feel about these straps. But the inside of the bag is black, so it's hard to see. But trying to make sure I don't overlook anything and lie to y'all. But I believe this just has one slip pocket right there. And it is lined in like a faux leather, so no crunchy nylon. I'll take the faux leather over the nylon any day. Nothing on the back. Just a really decent amount of room in there. So I think this one is really, really cute. Again, this is right up my alley. You know, you can hand carry. These are just big enough to get pretty much on the crook of your arm. It's not a huge bag by any means. It is just a good kind of medium size. I like this one. So this was the little Gucci dupe. Okay, this next one I'm not really going to call a dupe or an inspired by piece. I picked this one up simply because I liked it. And this one comes from a seller, supplier, vendor, whatever you want to call it on Temu. That's called Red Dragonfly. And their bags on there are a little bit more expensive. I'm going to say in like the $30 to $40 to $50 range. Which, again, is a little bit more expensive for Temu. But I picked up this bag and then one other bag from the Red Dragonfly brand. Just because I really liked them. And from what I could see in the photos, they looked like they were really good quality. So this one kind of reminds me of a bag that's called the Dior Vibe, I believe. I'll, like always, put the photo up here for you. But it kind of reminds me of that, and it kind of doesn't. But I really just liked the overall aesthetic and look of the bag. And both of the bags that I purchased from them came in little kind of dust bags like this, that are more kind of like a little nylon reusable grocery tote almost, but I really like it. So the first one that I picked up from them is this bag. So I just showed you the picture of the Dior Vibe bag that I was talking about. So you can see where I kind of feel like it looks like that, but this one is different. So this one is in a green, and it's in a smooth faux leather. I think this is faux leather. It may be a canvas, I'm not sure. But I like that it has that little bit of branding right there, but it's nothing ridiculous like, you know, Chinese lettering or just something ridiculous. It is their own branding. It says Red Dragonfly. It's extremely simple. There's nothing overdone about the bag. It's just very smooth all around. It just looks and feels like really good quality. And when I initially got this, I'm ashamed to tell y'all this, but this piece sticking out on the side right here, I was like, what the hell is that for? And then I zipped it up and realized that you can put a lock there and actually lock your bag for travel if you want to use it. I thought that was pretty cute. But it has this really chunky zipper pull to it, and it is a kind of domed bag again. And it comes with the adjustable removable strap, and this one is good quality. It has nice finishing on it. The hardware is pretty decent. I mean, this one's pretty good quality. I have already used this bag, and I do really like it. The one thing I can tell you I'm not the biggest fan about with this one is that it can be a little bit difficult to get this pulled apart to get to the inside. So, I'm not going to take all this stuffing out, but I will take some of it out. This bag isn't hard by any means, but the material it's made out of is thick enough that it does maintain kind of its own structure, if that makes sense. And then on the inside, on the front, or I'm going to call it the front because that's where the little logoing bit is, you have a slip pocket here. Again, this one is lined really lightly. It has a good amount of space in it. And then on the back, you have a really nice sized zipper pocket back there. So, I really like this one. As far as the bags I have picked up from Temu go, this is definitely one of my favorites. I think this one looks kind of high-end. It looks like it was more than the, you know, $30-ish that I paid for it. I love this color. This is kind of a year-round, really nice green. Y'all know I love green anyway. And I love this little subtle logo branding right there. It really does give it a touch of, like, I'm not a cheap bag. You just haven't heard of me yet. You know what I mean? So I really like this one. Up next we have a Louis Vuitton dupe. And I believe this one is a little different. But I think this one is a dupe for the Louis Vuitton. I think it's called the Quilted. I'll put a picture in again. This one could be a little bit... This one is actually a little bit different than that one. But I'm not sure what this is a dupe for if it's not that one. I just may not have run across it yet. Either way, this one has a top handle that's made out of that kind of vachetta looking leather. Just like the bits on the front here, and then the little pieces that hold your D-ring on the side. For this one, it is one of the little squeeze, and then your flap opens up. No pockets on the outside. And then you do get an adjustable, removable crossbody strap. Let's pull the edge out here and see how it looks. Hardware is pretty good on this one. Strap seems to look pretty decent so far. So that one seems pretty good for, you know, these kind of straps. Yeah, this is a dupe for the corset because there is the little tassel that goes with it as well. So it just clips on the side there. And on the real one, this tassel is actually red on the interior side of it. This one is not red. And this one has also not been fully cut. So if you want to use the tassel, you're going to have to clean it up. Because I'm having to pull it apart here because they didn't do that. So since I'm having to pull it apart, it's got all these little fray bits hanging off of it now. So that's up to you if you want to use it or not, but it's there. And then the inside here, you have a really decent amount of space, but you just have one slip pocket on the back wall there. So, super, super simple. Now, I know from experience that... Oh, they actually changed it. So, the actual corset bag, I have a hard time saying that one, has one of the pin closures that you push in. This one has the closure where you line it up and you push down. So, they actually made an improvement on the dupe. This one's a lot easier to close. But I think this is super cute. I love the way this looks. It's super simple, but really kind of just chic. Very summery. Really like this one. I think it's going to hold a decent amount. Clearly, I haven't used this one yet, but really, really like this one. Quality seems good. Not a whole lot of stitching visible, but what is visible, if you can see on there, does look really nice. I like this one. I would definitely recommend this one. I just wouldn't count on this tassel to be the very best in the entire world. But this is the next one I picked up. Okay, this next one is a dupe for a brand that you may have never heard of. But it's a brand called Boy. And I'll insert a picture here. But this kind of oversized buckle looking detail is very signature of their brand. So as soon as I saw this, this look reminded me of that brand. I can't speak. I'm getting tired. We've been through so many bags. Forgive me. But definitely as soon as I saw this, it reminded me of the brand Boy. So I don't have any of their real bags just yet. But I had heard of them. I had looked at a few of their pieces. I do think they have a really cool vibe about them. They're kind of an up-and-coming, more contemporary brand, like a higher-end contemporary brand. So as soon as I saw this, I was like, oh, I'm going to try that, see if I really like the look, the overall aesthetic. I think it's pretty cool. You can clearly see it got smushed in transit. But this one has a zip pocket on the back. Feels pretty tight right now, but we'll see. Now, these two shoulder straps here, they don't lay down. They have no hardware. I mean, I guess you could push them down or train them to lay down, but I don't really think that would look right. But they also aren't extremely stiff, so they kind of move a little bit. Now, you can get them on your shoulder, but I wouldn't advise that because they are kind of not long enough to be comfortable. Like, this would be all up in your armpit, and that just wouldn't be comfortable. So this is definitely a crook of the arm, or you're going to hand carry. But it does come with a crossbody shoulder strap. So on this one, we have a full zip at the top. Here is the crossbody shoulder strap. So this has gunmetal hardware. I didn't even realize that. The strap on this one, okay, that's a good sign. This is a big bag. So this one is a double layer. Again, hardware feels pretty decent for these, you know, these kind of bags. The strap feels like a really soft faux leather, so I think it'll be really comfortable. This one seems like a pretty decent strap. So on the inside of this bag, let me pull all the stuffing out. Okay, this one's interesting. So the clips, or excuse me, the D-rings for your shoulder strap are on each end, and they actually sit kind of, if you didn't want to use them, you could fold them down and they'll sit right on the inside of this little detail there, so you don't really see them. I wonder, does this function? It might. I'm not going to mess it up. Okay, on the back side of this one, you get that zipper pocket, if you can see it there. And then on the front side, we have a situation kind of like that other bag. So we have a zipper pocket here that has a slip pocket behind it. So, and then other than that, you just have all of the space on the inside. So this is just a satchel style bag. But it definitely reminded me of that up-and-coming brand called Boy. So if you're interested, like I said, if these are still available, I will have it linked in the description box. But just for a nice, kind of clean, aesthetic satchel, I think this one's really nice. That was the next one. Okay, we're finally down to our last two. Thank you, Jesus. And I've saved two of my favorites for last. The last one I'm going to show you is definitely my favorite. For sure. I've already used it. Absolutely love it. But let me show you this one first. So this is a Louis Vuitton dupe. And this is a dupe for one of their newer handbags that's just come out. And it is this one. So the Louis Vuitton bag is called, I think it's called the Yall Tote. Maybe? I'll have the photo up here, as always, for you to compare. But I thought this was really cute. I had seen the Louis Vuitton version, and I thought it looked interesting. So I found this one, and it was inexpensive again, so I picked it up. And I love this color, this kind of taupey gray color. So this bag is kind of simple, kind of not. So you have these adjustments on each side. This is a buckle up here, and you can fully adjust both sides. I did adjust this out to the longest setting. I can make it go crossbody on me, but it sits, you know, like up here again. So I would not wear it crossbody. But as far as like a short shoulder or long shoulder, you can definitely adjust it for that. Or if you're a tinier person than me, you probably could make this crossbody. So it has the kind of luggage tag, you know, detail on it. And it has the little ties. So this is an open bag. It has a mag snap up here at the top. That works just fine. And then it comes with this. So this is just like a canvas zipper pouch. And I suppose they give you this so you can put it on the inside of this bag and use it almost like a little bag organizer, or to have some more security because that bag is fully open. But inside this one you get another zipper pocket, and then it's just open space. I most likely will not use this inside this bag because I knew this was an open style bag. This is just another thing I have to get through to get to my items. So whenever I use this, I will use it just as an open bag. I'll use the little snap, and then that's probably it. But this bag has no organization on the inside. Absolutely nothing. So this is going to be just like an open tote. And that's how I'll use it. I don't know that I'll necessarily use it as my actual handbag. I don't know, I might, because I do think it's pretty cute. But I love the color of it. So this one again was fairly inexpensive. This one came to me horribly wrinkled and disfigured. And I did already do a little work on this one just to get the front looking a little better, because I should have taken a picture. It looked like awful when I first received it. You can still see the big line where it was folded in transit, but either way, I do like this one. I do think this one is a really good dupe for that new Louis Vuitton bag. So if you are interested or you like the look of that style, then yeah, I would definitely recommend this one and say this is a good dupe for it. So that was the second to last. Let me put this one up and I'll show you the very last bag. Okay, and then last but certainly not least is the other bag that I picked up from the Red Dragonfly company. So this one in particular, when I first saw it, really caught my eye because it reminded me of, I believe it's called the Coach Dempsey line. I'm not great with Coach's various lines that they come out with, but I'll put a photo up here on the screen, so if that's not what it's called, then it'll be up there. But that line in particular had kind of like a sporty look to it with like the varsity stripe look on the front of the bags. So when I saw this one, that was immediately what popped into my mind. And I just loved the way it looked because it was like almost like a dupe for that Coach line, but it's still its own branding again. So let me just pull it out and show you because it's just fabulous. Here is the bag. Now, is that not cute as can be? So like I said, it reminds me of that line that I just showed you, but again, it has its own branding. It is the Red Dragonfly brand. And if you look at the canvas on this one, it looks like chain links, but it's actually an R inside of a D that makes up the individual links for the background pattern on the canvas. And then right in the center, it has like that varsity stripe look. And it's so stinking cute. No pockets or anything on the outside. This is a very kind of small, minimalist, simple shoulder bag. And it is intended to be a shoulder bag because the only strap that it comes with is a shoulder strap. Now, when I used this, because I did use this for a few days already, I took a gold chain that I had that is crossbody length and attached it to see if I liked using it as a crossbody. And I did, but I prefer the shoulder strap with it. I think it's super, super cute. It just makes the cutest little shoulder bag. And it's not tiny either. This one is actually almost about 10 inches long and close to 3 inches deep at the bottom. Of course, it does taper toward the top. About 5 inches tall. I could fit all of my essentials in here. So I had a compact wallet, my tissue case, a small catch-all, my phone, you know, my keys. All of my essentials were in here. And this does have a slip pocket on the front side, and then a zipper pocket along the back. So I found that if I actually took my compact wallet out and then just threw my cards and stuff in that back zipper pocket, that I actually had extra room inside this one. but I just think it's so incredibly cute with the white, or the cream and the tan and the brown. It's so classic and so incredibly cute. I adore this one. And this one was like $20-ish. So not crazy, but it looks really high end. It looks really classy. I really, really, really like this one. So that is the last bag that I have to share with y'all. I'm wore out, you guys. According to my timer up there, I've been recording for over 2 hours right now. So I was trying to cut down on the time it was going to take to show y'all these Temu hauls, but I guess I've already picked up so many handbags that I had a pretty big video to make. But I hope y'all have enjoyed this. I hope that you found some pieces that you liked, some dupes or some inspired pieces that you're interested in, something you may want to pick up and give a try for yourself. I really, really like so many of these. I love those Balenciaga city bag dupes and the little Coach bag dupes I showed you in the beginning. I love this one, like, for sure. This one is definitely my favorite. It's its own branding. It's its own thing, but it's so cute and kind of classic and just chic and minimalist, and I love it. And there's just so many of them. Like, I really like so many of these bags that I've really been surprised. The biggest kind of con, if you will, with getting these bags from Temu has been the fact that they don't take very good care in shipping items like this. This isn't like buying something from, you know, Coach or Kate Spade or Vera Bradley, where they're going to package your items up really nicely and try to keep them from getting squished in shipping. You know, Temu's all about the lowest price that they can produce, and so I'm sure that the people that ship their items are just cramming stuff in there as fast as they can, trying to get it out the door. So I kind of understand, but it still drives me crazy. But there are so many good bags to be found on there. And there are a lot of junky bags that you can find on there too. So I really, really, really recommend that if you're going to look for bags on Temu, open the photos up, really, you know, zoom in and look at the details, look at the stitching, try to get an idea of what the overall material may look like by the time that you see it in person. Because if you really look at the you know, the edges of the material and things like that, you can see if it looks really thin and really chintzy, or if it looks like it might be decent quality. Look at the stitching, see if it looks all janky or if it looks pretty straight and all of that. But there are some really good bags to be found on there for sure, especially for a good deal. Some of these that I showed you were a little more expensive, like, you know, for Temu, they were more expensive, like in the $30, $40, $50 range, something like that. I do have more bags coming that I have ordered from them. And like I said in the beginning of this video, let me know, do you want to see those first 3 kind of original Temu haul videos that I already have recorded? Or would you rather me go back through all of the items I've picked up and do like a top however many video, or in a, you know, top however many to avoid, like definitely don't purchase these, or just one or the other? Or do you just not care about all the other stuff and you were just here for the bags? Let me know either way. Regardless, I'm exhausted and I need to shut up, and you guys, I'm sure, are tired of looking at me by now. So thank you so much for spending some of your incredibly precious time with me today. I hope that you've enjoyed this video. If you have any comments, questions, or you just want to say hello, then as always, please leave me a message down below, because I absolutely love to chat with you guys. And I'm going to zip it now, and I will see y'all in the next video. Bye, guys.